Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2019 or Pokemon Journeys the Series episode preview discussion. This time I'm talking about the preview for episode 63, so let's get to it. In episode 63, Ash, Chloe, and Go will participate in a marine athletic race in which Ash will finally use his Dracovish, while Chloe will use her Eevee and Go will use Dugong. Now this is nothing new since this episode was showcased in the latest special preview which was released a few weeks ago. And the title for this episode was also revealed shortly after. But as always, the actual preview for the episode reveals some additional information, so let's talk about it. The preview shows that Ash, Chloe, and Go see what I assume is a stream or a video of the marine athletic race, which appears to be a competition where trainer and Pokemon participate in an obstacle race that takes place in and around the ocean. Chloe and Eevee notice that a Vaporeon is taking part in the race, and they both show an interest in meeting this Vaporeon. Eevee is eager to see Vaporeon, which is odd because Eevee lived alongside all of her evolutions in the facility where she was being researched. So it's not like Eevee has never seen a Vaporeon before. Eevee was even shown swimming alongside Vaporeon back then, and thus it is weird that Eevee is so excited to meet this Vaporeon. But it has been a while since Chloe caught Eevee, so I guess that maybe Eevee misses interacting with her evolutions. Chloe, on the other hand, wants to learn more about Eevee's evolutions. So, Ash, Chloe, and Go travel to the site of the race where they meet Vaporeon and its trainer. Said trainer tells them that they should also participate in the race since there will be a kids version of it the next day. And so, they all decide to participate. And Ash will finally use his Dracovish in this episode. Since this is a race on and around water, it makes sense to use a water-type Pokemon like Dracovish. As of episode 62, it has been 12 episodes since Dracovish was caught, and Dracovish has received no screen time since then, so I am glad that we finally get to see it in action. It won't be for a battle, unfortunately, but hey, screen time is screen time, though it is a shame that Ash's Pokemon get so little attention in this series. Farfetch, like Dracovish, was neglected for a long time until it finally got its chance to really shine in episode 51, which was 24 episodes after Farfetch's capture. Now, episode 51 did start an arc for Farfetch that culminated in its evolution in episode 60, but I doubt that Dracovish will be as lucky, unfortunately. I can only hope that after episode 63 we won't have to wait as long to see Dracovish again. Still, it will be great to finally see Dracovish after such a long absence. Go will use Dugong for the race, while Chloe will use Eevee, of course, since she has no other Pokemon. Now, Eevee is seen glowing blue in the preview, which suggests that Eevee will use a water-type move via Copycat. It is interesting that the only move Eevee currently knows is Copycat, which is a perfect match for her since she is always mimicking what others do. And what is even more interesting is that thus far, Eevee has only used Copycat to use moves that match the typing of one of her evolutions. She used Spark in episode 49, which she copied from Yamper. Spark is, of course, an electric type move, so it matches Jolteon's type. In episode 55, Eevee used Heal Pulse, which she copied from Galarian Ponyta. Heal Pulse is, of course, a psychic type move, which matches Espeon's type. And in episode 63, Eevee will apparently use a water type move, which she will probably copy from Vaporeon, her water type evolution. So I think that it is likely that Eevee will end up using a move of each of the types that she can evolve into, which reminds me of games like Mega Man, Persona, Castlevania, Kirby, and infamous Second Son. In all of these games, you can steal or take powers, abilities, or weapons from other characters or enemies, and you can use these to your advantage, and in some cases, you can also get new forms or transformations that match what you steal. Blue Mages from Final Fantasy are another example. Basically, since Chloe's Eevee cannot evolve, she will instead embody each of her evolutions by copying a move that matches each of the types she can evolve into, which is very cool. Now, the third opening does have a segment that shows Eevee and Chloe, where Eevee jumps and Chloe sees all of Eevee's evolutions. When I first saw this, I believed that Eevee might evolve in the future since in episode 49, it was stated that Eevee might not know what she wants to evolve into. This indecision is what prevents her from evolving. She has several options, and she does not know which one to take. This indecision mirrors Chloe's own dilemma of not knowing what she wants to do or become when she grows up. So I figured that perhaps when Chloe chooses her path, Eevee will also choose hers, at which point Eevee will evolve. This segment in the opening hints at Eevee's conundrum for which she might have an answer someday. But now I think that this segment could just be hinting at the fact that Eevee will end up not making a choice at all, and instead she will just be all of her evolutions by using Copycat to momentarily embody each of the types she can evolve into. Though it could also be that Eevee will indeed use a move of each of the types she can evolve into via Copycat. This will allow her to essentially try out each typing and then she can choose the one she likes best, which will determine her eventual evolution. So again, using games as an example, it's like playing through one of the aforementioned games. You steal or take a bunch of different powers and or abilities, and near the end of the game they make you choose one, which will become the power or ability you have for the rest of the game. Considering that Eevee loves to mimic others, and she did mimic her evolutions back in episode 49, it would be fitting if she decides her evolution by mimicking each type until she finds the one she likes the most. Especially if the evolutions are the ones she copies the moves from, which is what will likely happen in episode 63, though she did already use an electric type move and a psychic type move without meeting a Jolteon and an Espeon to copy the moves from, but maybe, starting with Vaporeon, Eevee will only copy moves from evolutions. If this does end up happening, then it will be an awesome and interesting way to determine which evolution Eevee will end up becoming. So in the end, Chloe's Eevee has a lot of potential, and at this point it's difficult to say what the future holds for her, since it's possible that she will evolve, but it's also possible that she won't. And if she does evolve, it is impossible at this point to predict what she will evolve into. May, Serena, and Lana all caught an Eevee as well. May's Eevee evolved into Glaceon, while Serena's Eevee evolved into Sylveon. But Lana's Eevee, Nagisa or Sandy, did not evolve, so going by the fate of previous Eevees in the anime, it's safe to say that Chloe's Eevee definitely has a lot of possible futures. But said future will not be decided in episode 63. Instead, this is surely going to be a fun, chill, and enjoyable episode without any major developments. It will also be another Chloe focused episode, which makes it even better. Episode 63 will air on April 23, and as usual, I will upload a video review for it as soon as possible, so please look forward to it. But that's the end of this video. As always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.